Well, a new program is teaching teens valuable life skills through sewing lessons. And right now, the Fairfield PAL Teen Center needs your help to make sure students have the tools they need to succeed. This morning, we welcome Teresa Yeoman. She's a volunteer with the program. And Teresa, we welcome you and thank you for being here.
Okay.
Explain to people who don't understand this, it's called Sew Savvy, what the program is and how it was developed.
Well, we're still developing the program, but what we want to do with the kids is teach them life skills. So many people don't even know how to sew a button on, but we want the kids to bring in clothing that is missing a button, has a seam split, or the pants are too long. So we want to give them the skills to be able to replace that button, fix those pants. A lot of it's going to be hand sewing because kids don't have sewing machines, but we do have 2 machines already donated, and we have 1 more that needs to be fixed. But that's the goal, is to give them those skills to fix the clothes and build their self-esteem.
I remember years ago, I'm probably going to date myself here, I took a home economics class, and in that class we learned kind of those fundamentals of sewing and those different things, and I still use it to this day. If there's a button that pops off, I can easily just get a needle and thread or get a safety pin, depending on where you are. But explain a little bit about some of the more specific things that the teens are going to learn. So they're going to know how to hem, know how to fix a button. What other things are they learning?
We're hoping to teach them problem-solving skills. We're hoping to build up their self-esteem. Just learn to help themselves.
Sure, learning that independence, of course.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that the community can do to help? Because one of the things that we've learned is that there are still some needs right now.
Yes, we need just about anything dealing with sewing, material, threads, buttons. A lot of people have jars of buttons. My grandmother had one. I even have one. So if you've got buttons around, and they don't have to be a set. It could be just odds and ends, because that's a lot of times when you're trying to replace a button, you just need 1 button.
That's right.
So yeah.
If you just need to button the front of the pants, you only need the 1. Okay, how can people donate? So these are the things that are on your screen now that are needed, but how specifically can people donate to you?
Well, they can donate money if they want. If you have sewing supplies you're not using. The PAL Center in Fairfield is on North Texas Street.
Okay.
Is the address up there?
2250 North Texas. There we go.
Yeah. And you can also call the center to arrange a time to drop anything off.
And really quickly, have about 15 seconds. How can teens actually apply? Because this is a free program for them, right?
Yes, it is. Okay. So to apply, they need to register at the community center. And they come in with a parent or legal guardian. There's a form they have to sign. They have to show ID. And then once they're registered there, then they go down to the PAL Center. I believe they just show up and with their paperwork and say, I want to. And
pretty easy.
Right now we're shooting to be there on Thursdays from 4 to when they close. So.
Okay, awesome, Teresa, thank you.
The program's going to start actually the last Thursday in September.
Okay, so we've got a little time. All right, Teresa, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
All right.
All right, 7:50.